Yes, yes. Welcome to Chef Yee Yee. Today we got fresh local striped bass and we got fresh local halibut from an epic fishing trip. We're gonna get down in the kitchen and right now we're gonna clean this halibut, clean this striper, and get ready for a nice fish fry. You're gonna be with Mr. Yee Yee checking it out, and oh man, look at these fillets. Look how big these fillets are from halibut to striped bass just caught yesterday in the San Francisco Bay Area on an epic fishing trip with my guys hooking and booking the 707 connection. And look at these. Look at these fillets. Look at these things. These are monsters. We're cleaning them up, getting them ready. And now let's make some fillets. Look at that. Look at that one halibut fillet right there. Oh boy. So let's make some fillets and, get them ready. And I like to make my fillets real healthy to fry. And, watch, look at the magic. Three fillets with this big old thing. And these, man, those are some monster, beautiful fillets that we're making. This is some striped bass right here. And, from mixing it with the striped bass with the halibut. And, it's a different taste. We all know, a halibut right now is $30 a pound in the market right now. Right now is halibut season. And let me tell you, oh boy, that's some nice striper right there with that stripe on there. But striped bass is beautiful, especially when it's fresh. Let me tell you. And let's pick out some utensils we need. You know what I mean? Look at the pull out drawers in the kitchen. We just remodeled our kitchen. We love it. And which one should I use? I use this one. And let's let this pull out drawer close itself. You know what I'm talking about? The doors close themselves. I love it. You know what I mean? Life is good. And this is the batter that we use, that Louisiana fish fry, New Orleans style. You can get all this at your retail stores, but we like a little bit of a New Orleans in our, you know what I mean? The big easy, baby. And we like a little bit, you know what I mean? A little kick in our, I'm talking about in our situation. And, we're putting all of the, batter, all of the breadcrumbs, everything in this bowl right here that we're gonna use, and the fry mix, that Louisiana, and I'm gonna put it all in the batter right here, and you don't have to use egg, milk, none of that type of stuff. You just make sure that you clean your fish real good, keep it on ice water, then pat it dry, and then you bring it in here, bring it into the bowl, and you pat it down in this, you know what I mean, fry mix right here. And you just get it and check this out. Look at my new pull out. I'm talking about garbages. We love it, man. Close yourself. There you go. We love it. It's a beautiful remodel. There's the kitchen. So now I'm gonna pull out a nice, you know what I mean, filet right there. We're gonna dip it in the seasoning. You just gotta, you gotta press gently in there and get, your seasoning in every crevice of that fish. And we're gonna do a whole tray of striped bass, and we're gonna do a whole tray of fresh local halibut. And you gotta, you know what I mean. You don't gotta drench it. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Less goes a long way, and all you got to do is just make sure it's fully covered. But I like to buy more seasoning than I really need, and of course, with a nice glass of wine right there, as you see in my beautiful kitchen. Chef Yee Yee loves to cook, and bring it for you guys to show you guys, and you know what I mean. But right now, we're just getting that batter ready, getting this fish ready, seasoned, and getting it ready while the oil is on the fire, getting ready. The oil, we like to do our fish fries outside, but look at these fillets, look at these things. And the oil's getting ready, and right now we are just getting the fish ready. And now let's get some, but hang on, I'm gonna need a little drink right there, a little syrup. Oh, nice. It's just beautiful what I do. But you know what I mean? Let's get back to the dipping. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get this fish. Like I said, we're covering this fish with that Louisiana, baby. The big easy, baby. You know what I mean? Look at that. Look at that. Well, well, well done right there. And you know what I mean? It's beautiful. A few more pieces before we go to the dip. We're gonna dip this fish in that beautiful oil that we got outside prepared, just getting ready. And we're almost done. I didn't want to show you guys every fillet because we got a lot. But you know what I mean? I'll show you Yeeeeeee's setup. There's Yee, there's the halibut right there. Look at those. Look at those fillets. Like if I was in London. That's how, what I mean, your fish fry should look. Look at that striped bass right there. So beautiful, so ready. I mean? Different type of texture, different type of fish, different type of taste. But look at the Yee's kitchen remodeled. You know what I'm talking about? I went bold with that green and, with the lights everywhere. And you know what I mean? Let's go. The oil's ready. This oil is 350 degrees. And notice we're doing this in a wok, a very large wok. And the oil is 350 degrees. And, you only want to fry these fish. You only want to fry your fish if it's at the right temperature and it's steady. You only want to fry your fish for about, I'll say, less than 5 minutes. If the oil's right and it's clean, you only want to do it for less than 5 minutes. And, make sure you get a temperature gauge, a thermometer if you have to, a cooking thermometer. And, you want this fish to be about 145 to 150. Once you hit that mark, that temperature, it's ready. And let me tell you, a little bit of love, you know what I mean? We got the ladle right there, the deep fry ladle right there that helps you out with everything. And you just watch it, and we got the first batch in right now. And I'm just relaxing, just babying it a little bit. I could have just left it alone, but since it's striped bass, it kind of curls. So plus it's the first batch. So we're almost done. But my Mrs. Yee, she wanted a taste, and I said, okay, we got some tartar with some Louisiana sauce. We got a few fillets. We had to test the waters before we went any further. I got the second batch in right now while we're cooking. You notice I'm doing this all outdoor. Beautiful. So but look at that right there. That right there is a golden. You want to fry it till it's golden brown crispy right there, till it's a golden crust. And let me tell you, this fish came out so crispy, so juicy and moist inside. But look at these fillets, how thick those were. If you were making fish sandwiches right now, oh man, with that tartar sauce and some coleslaw, you could be making some po' boys right here. I should have made a po' boy with this Louisiana sauce, and there you go. That's a whole tray of fillets right there. And here comes the cod now. Now, round two with the cod. And I mean with the halibut. Oops, sorry about that. I meant halibut. Oops. But the halibut was so big, we only were able to put two pieces in. But the oil's right, the temperature's right outside. It's not windy, so it's look at that. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing, baby. And it's coming out crispy and golden. And that's how it's supposed to be. This is how a fish fry is supposed to look, and it's supposed to come out when your oil's clean and you're watching it. Look at that. Look at those fillets. Oh my God. I'm telling you, fresh local halibut out of the San Francisco Bay Area. It does not get no better than that. Trust me, my mouth is watering right now as we speak, even though I already had some. But man, I'm telling you, nothing like a fish fry for Mr. Yee and Mrs. Yee. We're just enjoying life. And we're doing this outdoors so our house doesn't smell like fish fry. We got the walk right there. And you know what I mean? The oil is just right. And there's some fillets again. Here's some fillets right here. You can see that we already, but if you see these big fillets, man, I thought I had dinosaur fillets, but I thought I was in London with these fish and chips. I bought French fries. You know what I mean? Some chips, but I didn't even need them. After having these big fillets with some nice tartar sauce, with some nice Cristal sauce, I didn't even need them. Look at these golden fillets. Oh man, I'm telling you, Homer Simpson voice. Oh, and man, look at these. These fillets came out beautiful. I really impressed myself right here. And but it tastes so beautiful because it was so fresh. This fish was caught the day before, and you know what I mean. It don't get no fresher than this. But I hope you guys enjoy this. Yes, yes, it's the yee yee. And let me tell you, this is the finished product. Fresh halibut from the San Francisco motherfucking Bay Area. You're with your boy, Mr. Yee Yee, aka Chef Yee Yee. And have a drink, have some beautiful food, and all this wine comes from the Bay Area. This is from the Bay Area, and let's go, baby. Life is good. junk money. Hello, Chef Yee Yee.